Hi everyone, I'm Rachel and I'm the dessert chef at the Walper Hotel. I'm here at Underground Flavor Group partnering up with the Kitchener Public Library to show you all how to make a candy-filled pumpkin jack-o'-lantern cake. I'm going to show you how to make your own pumpkin puree out of this beautiful little pumpkin. So the first thing you want to do is cut the top off your pumpkin, cut them in half. And we're going to scoop out all the seeds. Next, you're going to add a little bit of oil to your pumpkin with a little sprinkling of salt. And you want to flip your pumpkin over face down. And we're going to pop that into a 350-degree oven for about half an hour. Okay, so now our pumpkin is good to go. So we are going to scrape it into a food processor. Scrape that in there. It's always so rewarding roasting your own pumpkin and making your own puree. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to blend her up on high. And at the end, you should have a beautiful, smooth puree. Here we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. We've got a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/3 cup of veg oil. We have 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of any milk of your choice, and 1 cup of our beautiful pumpkin puree. So we're going to add all of our dry ingredients into a bowl. We've got our flour, our baking powder, our baking soda, and our pumpkin pie spice. And we're going to give that a nice whisk to combine everything. Okay. That. So to the bowl of a stand mixer, you're going to add your oil and your brown sugar, and you're going to beat that together on medium speed for about a minute. So you want to scrape down the sides of your bowl, and you're going to add your pumpkin puree. And your milk. Turn that back on to medium. And now you're going to add in your vanilla. And just let that mix until everything is combined evenly. So next you want to add your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients, just on low speed. Prepare 3 9-inch round pans with some cooking spray. And evenly distribute your pumpkin batter to each cake pan. Scrape all that off. You can just eye out equal amounts into the baking pans. And just spread it around evenly. Next, you're going to put your cakes in a 350-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. Next, I'm going to show you how to make my favorite icing ever. It's Swiss meringue buttercream. So for this, you're going to need 6 cups of icing sugar, 3 cups of room temperature butter, 3/4 of a cup of pasteurized egg whites, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. In the bowl of your stand mixer, you're going to add your egg whites and all of your powdered sugar. And you're just going to mix that up until your sugar has become all moist. And then at this point you can add it to your mixer with the paddle attachment. Just mix that on low for about a minute. And then you're going to stop and scrape down the sides really well. And using a timer, you want to beat this on medium-high speed for a solid 5 minutes. While that's mixing, we're going to take a look at our cake very carefully. So I'd say that needs another probably 4 or 5 minutes. So after your 5 minutes, you want to scrape down the sides. Okay. And we are going to add all 3 cups of our room temperature butter on medium speed. And you're going to add about 1 to 2 tablespoons at a time. Just let that mix in. start decorating. Okay, we're gonna add our last bit of butter there. And we're gonna add in our vanilla extract. And we're gonna turn this up to medium speed. And using a timer, we're gonna let that beat for 10 minutes. We're gonna take our cakes out of the pan. Okay, and after your 10 minutes, I know it's a long time, but it needs 10 minutes, you're gonna scrape down your sides, and we're going to divide this icing between 3 bowls. Can I redo it? And after 10 minutes, I know it seems like a long time, but it needs the full 10 minutes, you're gonna take your icing here, you're gonna scrape down your sides. And we're going to put a little bit of icing in a bowl here, another little bit in a separate bowl, and then the rest can stay in there. And now you're going to need some food coloring for the next step. So you're going to need orange, black, and green. I like to use the gel food colorings, but feel free to use whatever you'd like. With green. This is going to be for the stem of the pumpkin, so you don't need a lot. I just use a toothpick to get the color in there. You just want to mix that up. Black for drawing the face onto your jack-o'-lantern. So again, just with a toothpick. We get a nice. We're just going to mix that up. For the majority of our icing, we're going to dye this orange. This is going to be for the pumpkin part of the cake. So we're going to add a lot of our food coloring in there. Okay. And we're going to make a beautiful orange. Just like that. Once your cake is nice and cooled, we're going to use a ring mold or something round with a nice edge on it to cut out the center of 2 of the layers of the cakes. So we're going to move one over to the plate, and we're just going to cut the center out just like that. And you want to save these pieces because they're going to be your stem. Just like that. So you're going to take some of your orange icing and put a nice thin layer on your bottom piece of your cake. You don't need a lot. This is just to hold your cakes together. Like so. And then you're going to take one of your other layers hole there. And you're going to ice just around that hole there. And you're going to take your other layer, place that right on top, and just ice around that hole there. To make that pumpkin look with a offset spatula, or you can use a butter knife. You're just going to take it and drag it up lightly just to make those pumpkin ridges. Next, we're going to frost the stem with our green icing here. So just a little bit in the middle, just to hold it together. And I'm going to place the top one upside down so it gives you a nice smooth surface. And you're just going to cover that with a frosting. icing, we're going to be putting that into a piping bag with just a small piping tip. This is just to pipe the face onto the pumpkin. So I've got a small strand of saran wrap, and I'm just going to tie this here at the end, so when you put your icing in the piping bag, it's not going to fall out everywhere. Nice and tight. Okay. And you're just going to put that right in. And then I've just got another piece of saran wrap just to close up the piping bag. Just like that. And when you're ready, you can untie this one and we will pipe on the face. So next we're going to fill our cake with all of your favorite Halloween candy. So I love the Jolly Rancher Tropical. We've got Smarties, Tootsie Rolls, Jelly Beans, Reese's Pieces, and of course the pumpkin chocolates, but you can do anything you'd like. And we're gonna load up the cake with all this candy. We've got our cake full of candy. We're going to put our stem on, nice and gently, just right over top. There we go. And now we're going to draw on our jack-o'-lantern face. So you're going to remove the piece of saran wrap on the bottom and just squeeze your icing right down. And let's get to drawing. Cake is all built, it's time to cut a slice. And that is how you make this fun pumpkin candy-filled jack-o'-lantern cake. It's a perfect cake to make with the family and kids. Tune in next time to see Chef Venky.